What's on, guys? Just here back to my channel. Tonight I'll be doing it for Friday Night Smackdown. So let's get to it then with the segment coming out with Randy Orton. Alright, Randy Orton's music hits and Orton makes his way out to ringside. Orton says a lot of crazy things have gone down since he's been gone. Orton brings up Cena being on the top of this profession and he's just a bottom for The Rock. And it brings some meaning to Rock Bottom. He welcomes us to Friday Night Smackdown and says he and Cena have been friends for a while and he has a short list of friends, and one of the people on that list is Kevin Owens. He talks about how he and Owens have crossed the line and pushed the envelope to get whatever needed to be done and get done. He says he respects Owens as a wrestler, but Kevin Owens as a man is who he has a problem with. He says Owens's veins or whatever vines are filled with jealousy, and he brings up how he tried to end Cody Rhodes' career because he was jealous of Rhodes being on top. He brings up Owens attacking Zayn and says Owens wants you to believe it's because of Zayn's alliance with Reigns, but in reality it's because Zayn is a bigger star than Owens. He says Owens has nothing to be jealous of, as he main evented WrestleMania twice and won every title he can win. Orton talks about his back surgery and says Owens has pissed him off. He says although he killed Owens at Elimination Chamber, he wants more. The voices in his head start talking to him again, and they told him to kick Owens' head so hard he'd be unrecognizable. He says he will prove that Pat McAfee is the second best punter in the WWE, and drops the mic and starts posing on turnbuckles. Yep. Alright, so we have backstage thing. Tiffany Stratton's backstage with Nick Aldis and Chelsea Green and Piper Niven come by. Green is upset over her match tonight, and Stratton suggests she and Piper Niven go at it tonight. Alright, so first match, Tiffany Stratton versus Piper Niven. The women lock up at the bell, and Niven gets Stratton in the corner, and they lock up again, and Niven gets Stratton on the mat. Stratton gets Niven in a headlock, and Niven breaks out and takes her down with a shoulder check. Stratton hits a double stomp and springboard body splash and covers for a 2 count. Niven throws Stratton out of the ring and jumps off the apron and cannonballs onto Stratton. And we get a commercial break. Back from commercial break, Niven has Stratton in a chokehold, and Stratton counters and gets Niven down with the arm drag. Stratton knocks down Niven with a shoulder check and hits a double stomp on Niven. Stratton is thrown onto the turnbuckle, and Niven misses a body splash. Stratton gets up the top rope and hits a senton and covers for a 2 count. Stratton tries to get Niven on her shoulder, but can't. Niven hits a side wog slam and covers for a 2 count. Niven drags Stratton to the corner and gets on the top rope, and Stratton moves out of the way. Stratton hits her moonsault and gets the win. So winner is Tiffany Stratton. After the match, Charlotte Flair attacks Stratton, knocks her down. Flair places her in the figure 8 until officials break them up. Alright, after the match, Charlotte Flair attacks Stratton. Okay, the person wrote the same thing twice. Alright, Nick Aldis is backstage and talks to us about the madness that is the tag team division and his solution for the chaos next week. The Street Profits will challenge DIY, and tonight we will leave Los Garza versus Motor City Machine Guns versus Pretty Deadly. Alright, so the second match, No More Contenders Tag Team Triple Threat match. Motor City Machine Guns, Alex Shelley and Chris Sabin versus Pretty Deadly, Ellen Prince and Kit Wilson versus Los Garza, Angel and Berto. Wilson and Sabin start off Angel tags himself and kicks Sabin out. Wilson drop kicks Angel, and then both kick each other. Shelley tags in, and Angel has to leave, and Berto tags himself, and all 6 men start fighting in the ring. Los Garza is left in the ring and then hits a moonsault on the other teams outside the ring, and we get a commercial break. Back to Smackdown. Wilson is beating on Shelley in the corner, and Prince is tagged in, and they double team Shelley. Shelley takes down both Wilson and Prince and tries to take out to Sabin. Sabin is tagged in, and he kicks down Prince, and Berto is tagged in. Sabin takes down Berto and clubs him in the corner. Sabin hits a top rope tornado DT and covers for near fall. Prince tags in and takes down Berto, and then attacks Sabin. Garza attacks Wilson, and Berto kicks down Wilson. Sabin takes down Berto and then splashes 2 outside on everyone in the ring. Prince rolls up Sabin and gets the pin. So winner is Pretty Deadly. Alright, segment coming up, Bianca Belair. Bianca Belair makes her way out to the ring and gets on the mic. Belair stares at the WrestleMania sign and says she should feel as though she's on top of the world and be focused on WrestleMania, but says it's hard to do when two of your friends are fighting. She gives props to Cargill and Naomi and says after she became tag team partners with Naomi, they became best friends. She says she doesn't believe Naomi would do something like that, so she needs answers. She says Naomi or nor Cargill are talking to her, so she wants answers right now. Sorry, guys. Answers right now. Naomi's music hits, and she makes her way out to the ring. After Belair asks Naomi what's going on, Naomi says this isn't what it looks like. She asks Belair, who stepped up and had Belair's back. Belair stops her and asks if she attacked Jade Cargill. Naomi says this is all a distraction, and Belair stops her again and asks her again about Cargill. Naomi says it's always about Jade, and Naomi lets Belair know how she feels towards Jade Cargill. And she says Cargill has been piggybacking off Belair's talent and experience. Naomi says she had to fight for herself while Cargill got a silver spoon. Naomi says she doesn't care about Cargill. They start arguing in the ring, and Belair finally tells Naomi to stop. Belair says it's either yes or no. She did attack Jake or not. Naomi says she did it and says she did it for Belair and she did for both of them. It was always supposed to be her and Belair, not Belair and Cargill. Belair tells Naomi this hurts because she loves her, but she can't even look at Naomi right now, and she says she and Naomi and their partnership is done. Belair leaves the ring, and Naomi screams for her to not walk out on her. Naomi says she wishes she hurt Cargill more than she did, and it did it or earlier and calls Belair an ungrateful bitch. A car is shown in the parking lot, and Jade Cargill comes out to the ring. Naomi runs out of the ring, and Cargill catches her and slams her against the announce desk and the ring post. Cargill throws Naomi back in the ring and slams her down with Jaded and leaves the ring. Brian Saxon catches up with Drew McIntyre about his attack on Damian Priest. McIntyre says Priest stole his chance to his road to WrestleMania. He says he has nothing to give but violence to Priest. Alright, Brian Saxon talks to Charlotte Flair about ambushing Timmy Stratton. Flair says she warned Stratton she will be hunting her, and now the women's division has been soft since she's been gone. BFAB comes by and asks Flair if she's calling the women's division soft because it's not. BFAB says no one wants to compare themselves to Flair or wants to bow down to the Queen. Chart says they should battle next week so she can make her bow down to her. Alright, next match coming up, third match, Braun Strowman versus Solo Sikoa. The bell rings and Sikoa charges at Strowman. Strowman and Sikoa collide in the ring, and Sikoa is wobbling on his feet. Sikoa kicks Strowman but gets taken down by his shoulder check. Strowman then knocks Sikoa out of the ring and tries to hammer Sikoa into the steel steps. But Sikoa moves and Strowman hits the steps. Sikoa smokes him with a hip attack, and we get a commercial break. Back from break, Strowman breaks out of a sleeper hold but is kicked back down to the mat. Alright, sorry. Sikoa kicks him again. Strowman fights back with punches. Oh my gosh, bad. Punches. Sikoa tries to hit a Samoan drop and finally gets Strowman. Up and over and hits it. Sikoa flexes after hitting the move and runs at Strowman, who is in the corner with a running hip attack. Sikoa for another, but Strowman boots him and then hits a crossbody. Strowman chops Sikoa back to the mat, who rolls out of the ring, and Strowman hits the Strowman Express outside the ring. Back in the ring, Sikoa is squished in the corner, and Strowman goes for a power slam, but Sikoa counters and slams him into the turnbuckles and kicks him. Strowman hits a body slam on Sikoa and covers him until Tama Tonga breaks the pin and gets Sikoa disqualified. So winner by disqualification, Braun Strowman. After the match, Strowman beats on Tonga and this calls out Jacob Fatu. Strowman and Fatu stand outside the ring on opposite sides and lock eyes. They both climb to the apron and climb into the ring, and they start punching each other. Fatu hits two super kicks, and knocks Strowman out of the ring. Fatu goes for a suicide dive, but botches it and Strowman catches him and choke slams him onto the announce table. Strowman celebrates, but Fatu jumps off the announce table and attacks Strowman. Fatu sends Strowman over the barricade into the crowd and continues to assault Strowman. They fight into the crowd, and Fatu places Strowman on the steel equipment container. Fatu lifts up Strowman, and Strowman counters and chokes Fatu off the container through some tables. Alright, backstage, Brad Saxon talks to LA Knight. Knight talks about how Fatu has been taken out, so the one person who cost him the match last time is taken out, so there is no distraction. He says tonight there will be that one moment, and he's dealt with sneak attacks and the miss. He's always stood tall. He then vows to be the United States Championship again. Backstage, Piper Niven is sitting in pain. Chelsea Green tells her to get her shit together because she has her match. Next, Zelina comes by and says whoever wins between Green and Mission, it doesn't matter because she's going to challenge them. Alright, fourth match coming up. Women's United States Championship street fight. Chelsea Green, who is a champion, with Piper Niven versus Mission. Alright, Mission comes out with a garbage can. Sorry, the person's supposed to say garbage can, and the women go at it right away. Green throws Mission into barricades, and then Mission throws Green back in the ring. Mission smokes Green with the lid of trash can and empties the contents of the trash can into the ring and throws the empty can in as well. The bell rings now that both competitors are in the ring, and Green smokes Mission with a chair. Mission trips Green into a chair and grabs some chains. Green hits Mission with the trash can, and Mission back body drops Green onto the chain. The action rolls out the ring. Mission bites Green's fingers and pulls a table out from under the ring. Green takes out Mission and puts the table back under the ring, and we get commercial break. Back to SmackDown. Mission has been hog-tied, and she breaks free and slams Green into the ring post. Mission sets off a fire extinguisher on Green and gets a table out from under the ring. Piper Niven attacks Mission outside the ring and slams her head into the announce table. Mission is sent back in the ring, and Niven holds her down as Green gets on the top rope. Heads coast to coast on Mission, who was inside a garbage can. B-Fab runs down and starts attacking Niven with a candlestick. Niven is chased into the crowd as B-Fab attacks her. Back in the ring, Mission smokes Green with a candlestick and drop kicks her. Mission puts a trash can on Green's lap and somersaults into the can and into Green. Mission covers for a near fall, and Green barely kicks out. Mission goes out and grabs the table and slides it in the ring. Green attacks Mission and sets up the table in the corner. Mission hits defeat and comes off the top rope and sentons onto Green and covers, and Green is pulled out of the ring. This masked person beats up Mission, and we see it's out of fire. Green is slid back in the ring, and she covers Mission for the win. So winner is still Women's United States Champion, just Green. Alright, Santos Escobar yells at Berto and Angel backstage for losing. Escobar says he expects more of them. Escobar and Angel leave, and Andrade comes up to Berto and tells him he deserves better. Alright, segment coming up. Cody Rhodes is there. I thought he was never going to be there. But anyways, here we go. So Cody Rhodes makes his way out to the ring to the address the fallout from the Elimination Chamber. Rhodes talks about being backstabbed by John Cena. He talks about telling his child about what happened to his face. He says he lied and said he ran into a wall. He says he kind of did run into a wall designed by the final boss Rock and his associate Travis Scott, and by his WrestleMania opponent John Cena. He talks about the history between him and Cena and the friendship they shared and how he saw Cena as a hero. He says one day he'll tell his daughter that hero gave up and did this to him. Rhodes says Cena owes it to everyone. Why? Rhodes says Cena will justify this, but there is no justification. Rhodes talked about how his father was afraid to perform in Philadelphia, but he's never been afraid to, as the Philly crowd has always had his back. He says when he won the title, Cena told him that holding this title gets heavier every day, and here he is holding the championship and it's not heavy enough. He says he sure as Cena thinks his successor should be just like him. and that Cena is the last of his kind. He says he is better than Cena and what Cena was, and if Cena wants some, to come get some. The Miz talks to Nick Aldis backstage and asks Nick Aldis to prove Mello don't miss TV. Hayes tells Miz that he would have done exactly what Rose did if he had the same offer from The Rock. Randy Orton comes by looking for Owens, and Aldis tells him that Owens isn't here, but next week it'll be Orton versus Hayes. Alright, fifth match coming up. Drew McIntyre versus Jimmy Uso. Uso gets in the ring and uppercuts McIntyre. Uso chops McIntyre and sends him out of the ring and goes for a suicide dive. But McIntyre punches him. McIntyre chops Uso in the corner and kicks him in the gut. McIntyre rolls out of the ring and clobbers Uso on the apron. McIntyre tries to slam Uso on the announce table, but Uso counters and slams McIntyre's head on the announce table. Uso hits a super kicks and then slams McIntyre on the announce desk, and we get a commercial break. Uso kicks. Alright, back from break. Uso kicks and chops McIntyre in the center of the ring. Uso hits a Samoan drop on McIntyre, and McIntyre kicks out at 2. Uso hits a running hip attack in the corner on McIntyre, and Uso climbs the turnbuckles. McIntyre joins Uso on the top, and McIntyre is pushed off the top. Uso jumps down and super kicks McIntyre and covers for a near fall. Uso goes up top again and goes for the Uso splash, but McIntyre moves and hits a Claymore on Uso for the win. So winner is Drew McIntyre. After the match, Damian Priest runs down and starts beating on McIntyre. WWE officials run down and break up the brawl. Priest breaks through and kicks and punches McIntyre again. Officials break them up once more. A video package from Shinsuke Nakamura plays where he tells LA Knight that his title stays with him. Alright, Barrett Saxon talks to DIY about their title defense against the Street Profits next week. DIY says they're the best tag team in the division and they're number one. They discuss the Profits' new attitude, but that doesn't matter because next week they're in the ring with the best, so their dreams are already dead. They hold a moment of silence for the Street Profits and their dreams. Alright, sixth match coming up, main event, men's United States Championship match. Shinsuke Nakamura, who's a champion, versus LA Knight. The bell rings and Nakamura charges at Knight, who punches Nakamura. Instead, Nakamura gets Knight on the mat with a kick. Nakamura rolls out of the ring and Knight follows him. Nakamura kicks Knight outside the ring and then hits him with the running knee as Knight is draped over the apron. Nakamura kicks Knight in the back and takes him out off the ropes. Nakamura runs into a boot by Knight and Knight throws him out of the ring. Nakamura is smoked with a baseball slam and cut a commercial break. Alright, back from commercial break, Nakamura has Knight down on the mat and hits him with a snapmare followed by a knee to Knight's face. Nakamura punches Knight and hits him with a somebody kick. Knight now starts to fight back and with punches, and the men trade punches until Knight takes out Nakamura with the clotheslines and sling blade. Knight slams Nakamura and drops an elbow on Nakamura and covers for a near fall. Knight punches Nakamura in the corner and sits him on the top rope. Knight tries for a suplex, but Nakamura jumps out of the way and hits a German suplex off the top rope on Knight, and Nakamura covers for a near fall. Nakamura sets up for the Kinshasa, but Knight hits Nakamura with the clotheslines, leading out both men. Knight slams Nakamura into the turnbuckles, and Nakamura kicks Knight on the back of the head. Nakamura gets on the top rope, and Knight hits the box jump superplex, and then hits a flying elbow on Nakamura. Knight goes for the BOT, but Nakamura runs out of the ring. Nakamura tries to hit Knight with a chair, but Knight stops it and goes to hit Nakamura, but the ref stops him. Nakamura gets a hit on Knight and throws Knight in the ring. Nakamura goes to hit Knight with a chair, but the ref stops it, and Knight is now backed up with the ref. Nakamura sprays Miz and hits the ref. Nakamura hits a Kinshasa on Knight, and then hits Scorpio Rising and grabs a chair. Knight kicks the chair into Nakamura's face and hits a BOT onto a chair. Another ref runs down and counts the win for Knight. So winner and new United States champion LA Knight. Knight celebrates as Shoko goes out there and stuff. So yeah, good show tonight and stuff. I enjoyed it more than AEW and stuff. So yeah, good show, and yeah, niggas Knight won. LA Knight won and stuff. So yeah, can't believe it. It's finally got the United States Championship back and stuff. So anyways, that was it for this video. Hope you like it and not whatever and stuff. So that was it, and So like, subscribe, hit the button, leave a comment. If you guys want to leave a comment stuff, I don't care what you guys do. That was it. And I'll see you guys tomorrow night for AW Collision. All right. Laters.